Pro boxing fans here with Johnny Nelson. Johnny, we're here in Jeddah. It's fight week. Anthony Joshua looks to claim back his belts that he says are his. How you feeling? How's things?
First of all, I was going to catch you out on the plane because you were like a nodding dog in the plane, sleeping like that. And you had a big figure dribble there. So I thought, get the phone out. But my battery was dead, so I'll let you off. But if you're on the flight but going back, I'm going to film you and use it. But Pop, I'm not all good. I'm all good. It's this place is wicked. Oh, it's unbelievable.
Apart from the dribble, the rest was right. I slept most of the journey. I can't remember more of it.
The flight attendants were mopping it up. Oh, I know.
Johnny, let's talk about this, man. A lot of questions around this fight. Obviously, Anthony Joshua coming off a loss. He's changed his team. Got Robert Garcia in. Talk to me about that. You've not done that before yourself, so you don't have that experience of bringing in a new trainer. But what do you feel like Robert Garcia adds to the team, or what does he add to AJ?
Something fresh. For AJ to leave Robert McCracken, it must have been a really well thought out decision. I'm sure those two on a personal level have an excellent relationship from the amateurs through to the professionals. If Anthony Joshua's had to make the decision to decide to leave Robert, it must have been a hard one, which meant that he believed that Robert could take it no further. And that's it. It's a tough decision. Many fighters in boxing, they stick around with a trainer that will only take you so far. That's out of loyalty. AJ knows this is business, and I believe he thinks he's pushed it as far as he can with Robert. So therefore, he's done what's best for him. And if that works for him, it doesn't matter if you and I understand it. It doesn't matter what we think of it. If he feels comfortable and inspired by Garcia and Enio Fernandez, then good for him, because then we'll get a fresher output, a fresher mindset. That might be what he needed. It's nothing personal against Robert McCracken.
What do you make of there being two trainers though? Angel Fernandez as well, someone that's been with AJ when Rob was there. How do you think that'll work?
Well, I know Angel's been there all the way through from Rob to this point here. So even when AJ has been training for this fight for the last 10 months, Garcia might have come in the last 4 or 5 months. Angel's been there ticking him over, making sure he's working on the basics, make sure the basics are there. Garcia's there to just add a little spice, add a little something, a little mindset. When you're around boxers and boxing people and you're talking historically boxing, what happens is you stink boxing, you're immersed in it. And so I think that's what he's now done. You look at the team he's come out with now, it's just pure boxing people. He's just talking, thinking, eating, sleeping boxing. That's what you need to do, because this fight is not just something you turn up for and then leave in the morning. Boxing is a lifestyle, so I think that's what he's had to do, adjust his whole lifestyle circle to make sure he's immersed in our sport.
Are you going with the general consensus that AJ has to be just a lot more aggressive? He needs to use his weight on Usyk?
I'm going with what AJ says as well. That's exactly what he said. He said he doesn't go the distance. He said he chose the wrong tactics last time. He admits that. So in admitting that, he knows where he went wrong, what he needs to do. So in doing that, in thinking that, in having that kind of mindset, therefore he can do something different. If you go in there and fight somebody and you don't think you've done anything wrong, or you don't think there needs to be much of an adjustment, then of course there's a problem. But he recognised what you and I recognised when we all watched it, which again is important.
But do you feel like saying that? Do you feel like Alexander Usyk has the skill set to beat AJ whichever way AJ comes forward?
Listen, Alexander Usyk has the experience, the pedigree to beat most shapes and sizes. It's a case of what game plan he takes to do that. So he has a vast amount more experience and ring generalship than AJ has. AJ, you've got to look at what he's done from the age of 18 to this point now. Is outstanding, because most fighters start fighting at 8 years old. So this guy's done catch up, and look at the people he's boxed, look what he's done. So yes, it's a big ass, yes, it's a tough ass, but it's not an impossible one. And when he lost to Ruiz, he was written off. What can he do about it? He came back, he thought, right, this works. He's lost to Usyk. He's gone away and thought, right, this is what I need to do. So he understands what he needs to do to adjust. He's coming looking lean, looking slim. He thinks, he'll have looked at that fight and they'll saw what he let Usyk get away with. Now he has to go and think, right then, I've got to fix that. And AJ, he's a very good learner, very good adapter. He's got to have that rough edge about it. And if he's got it, then, it should be well.
We know that Alexander Usyk's generally got a good chin. He's generally he's been able to take shots in his career and he's sort of done well with them. But is Anthony Joshua's power different? We know there's certain people in that division that have got different power. Anthony Joshua, Deontay Wilder.
What has he knocked out? I think he's knocked out 20, 22 of his opponents. Deontay Wilder. Wow, come on. You know, so in heavyweight, if you get hit on the chin, no matter how good your chin is, you're getting put out. You may get back up again. So Usyk has shown steely determination, confidence, self-belief, and if you're that kind of fighter, then when you get in there, yeah, it's going to be hard to take you out, but it's not impossible to take him out. But again, you know, you've got to prove it. This guy's not lost yet. This guy's beaten everybody that's been put in front of him as a professional. Will AJ be the fighter that breaks that mold?
What happens if Anthony Joshua loses on Saturday night, and what happens if he wins on Saturday night for him?
If you win Saturday night, then obviously there are a couple of amazing fights that are out there financially. Worked for the likes of Wilder, Fury, no matter what Fury's saying. If he loses Saturday night, that's down to Anthony Joshua to decide what he's going to do and how he's going to move on. I keep saying to everybody, he's not a backing dancer. It's not in his DNA to fight knowing that he's not going to be the best. It's not in his DNA to be in a division where he thinks, you know what, I've tried twice to beat the best and I'm not good enough. I don't believe he's the kind of guy that hang around. I don't believe he's the kind of guy that's happy to be a backing dancer in the heavyweight division. He wants to be top dog. If he doesn't believe he's going to be top dog, I don't think he hangs around. That's simple. It's not about money. I'm quite sure he's got more money than he could ever spend. So now it's about mindset. So it's about what you want to achieve, what you want to do. So to me, that's what I personally think. I might have got it wrong. AJ might not even say that, but I do believe that as time goes on, I'll think if it did happen, he'd think, you know, I don't need this. I'm involved in the business side of it. You know, he's not. You get journeymen in our sport at a low level, and they're happy to be journeymen, and they're happy to go in losing. They don't care if they win or lose. AJ cares if he wins or loses. He cares if he's not the best in the world. So to me, it's not. It doesn't add up. I can't see him happy to stay on the dance floor if he's not going to be the best dancer.
Saying that though, he has just signed a massive deal with DAZN where he's going to be receiving a lot of money. I know it's not about money, but
I understand that. You said if he loses. He doesn't think he's going to lose. I don't think he's going to lose. But he's covering all bases. That's if he lost. He's done this because he thinks he's going to win. So that's why he signed a big deal. He's looking at the future positively. So that to me, it shows confidence, self-belief to say, this is what I'm doing. This is what I intend on doing. Losing is not an option. You've asked me if it was an option, where would we go? And that's where I see it going.
We spoke about Tyson Fury there. Tyson Fury has 10 days to confirm his retirement as per the WBC. Do we expect on Saturday night, Sunday morning, Tyson Fury comes out and just calls out Anthony Joshua or Alexander Usyk regardless?
I think what Tyson's doing is sort of backfiring on him. Every time Anthony Joshua's fighting, obviously now Tyson Fury's doing something with his career. It's like the boy that cried wolf. I've retired. How many people, ask his fans if they believe him. So don't call me for saying I don't believe him, because even his fans don't believe him. Tyson Fury is one of the few fighters that is bigger than the belt. So if the Ring magazine belt was on being defended by, I don't know, Joe Bloggs and whoever on a Saturday night, and the same Saturday night Tyson Fury is boxing down the road, the fans would go and watch Tyson Fury. He's one of the few fighters that's bigger than the belts. So he can give the belts away. He can do that. He can play this game. Because at the end of the day, who's beating him? Nobody. You know, nobody's taking that belt off him. He gave him away. You know, and when he woke up in the morning, he probably believed, that's me, I'm done. But the morning after, like, nah, I ain't done. How many contradictions have we heard? I want half a bill, I'm never going to fight again, I'll do exhibitions, I'm fighting Dave Chisora, I'm quite sure there's a few more. Come on.
Dave Chisora and him are pals though. I find that a bit weird.
No, but it's business. This is business, you know, and these guys, I'm quite sure he and AJ talk. But this is business, you know, this professional rivalry, so I totally get it.
Well, I know you got Sky Sports stuff to do, so I'll catch you during the week anyway. What's up, man? I'll see you. Johnny Nelson. Take care.